Hey. All right. Oh, cool. We got some people here. Okay, so we're live on Twitter, X. We're live on X and YouTube. So, yay, welcome. We're going to talk all about Asheville, North Carolina. I went a few weeks ago, right? When did I get back? I got back on the 13th. And I've been exhausted ever since. So I wanted to go through my experience there and sort of tell you what I saw. I have a lot of videos, I have a lot of pictures, and that's what we're going to do. Asheville, North Carolina is still, I don't know, it's hard to explain, and you'll see it in some of my videos that I'm going to show you. But okay, I went down there. I went down there with Samaritan's Purse. They're a Christian organization. So this was basically the closest thing I had ever been to as far as like going on a mission trip or something like that. So I was there with Samaritan's Purse, and they are Christian organization, and basically what they're doing right now is they're going and they're servicing homes. So anyone that was affected by the hurricane, they're stationed right now in North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, even in Maui. They're doing rebuilds in Maui, but they're just there servicing people that were affected by the hurricanes. What I was doing the most time that I was there is we were doing tree work. So the way that it works out, I was an overnight volunteer, and hopefully you guys can hear me. I think I'm okay. I was an overnight. People laugh at my. Don't laugh at that. I try to keep it off camera. Um, I was an overnight volunteer, so every morning we would wake up and have breakfast at around 6:30 a.m. We would get our assignments for the day. You're divided into teams. Our team had about 18 to 20 people in it. You're divided into teams, and then you're given assignments for each day. So you're given maybe 3 to 4 addresses, maybe even one, maybe even two, depending on how big the job is. And their home addresses, and you go there and just do whatever they need. We were doing mostly tree work. So it was mostly just cleaning debris, chopping trees in people's yards and helping them that way. And it's interesting because you don't think that's such a big thing, but a lot of these people, they've oh no, all destinations. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure my comments were turned on. I think if you're on Twitter, I can't see your comments. Anyway, uh so a lot of these people, a lot of the people that we serviced, they didn't necessarily had flood damage, but they did have trees down and a lot of wind damage in their yards. And these are people that you talk to them. A lot of them are elderly. There have been organizations that came in and tried to take advantage of them and charge them thousands and thousands of dollars to clean up their yards. And we come and do it for free. And a lot of these people, even if they directly weren't affected, what they're telling you is they're getting messages, emails, invites to memorial services. They're getting obituaries, funerals, like that stuff is starting to flood in big time. And they're very traumatized, a lot of these people. So it was definitely a really interesting experience. I'm just going to go in and show you some videos, and then we'll just talk about it from there. One thing I did want to say, I've been hearing a lot about homeless encampments for people that are affected. So I was in Asheville, North Carolina, which is very close to Swannanoa. It's very close to Black Mountain. Those are three areas that were really affected a lot. It's about an hour away from Chimney Rock, which is another area that was affected. And I will say, where I was, I didn't see any tents. And there was somebody in my group that asked my team leader, and my team leader had been there with Samaritan's Purse for a really long time. And he said, I haven't seen any tent cities as far as just my personal. And he also said, we have a lot of resources here. We have so many resources stocked up, like whether it's generators or whatever. He was like, we have so many resources stocked up. We don't have enough people to give them to. So he goes, I don't know what to tell you. I just haven't seen anything. And there it is. But I'm saying that too, if you know anyone and they don't have access to resources, or they don't think they have help, you can contact Samaritan's Purse, because from my team leader, there's a lot of supplies that are not being used. They don't have anyone to give it to. So maybe contact them if you know someone or if you need something. Also, just driving around Swannanoa, there were volunteers out there handing out hot meals. There were free medical vans. So there's a lot of things that are available. Again, that's just what I observed. I don't know. but these are things that maybe you're seeing a lot on the news. You're also, what you would see a lot are a lot of people, these are really mountainous areas, and the roads, like, it's really crazy when you're driving through some of these roads. I'll be honest with you, when I first got there, I'm not used to driving in the mountains anymore, especially at night. And when I first got there and I was driving around Asheville, so my plan was, I like to make everything like a little bit fun too, and to tour the city and to see the city. So I stayed at an Airbnb. It was the Cedar Crest Inn, super cute, by the way, in Biltmore Village. I stayed there the night before, and then the next day at 6:30 a.m. I drove to the Billy Graham Training Center, which was basically my base camp for my volunteer. Why can't I speak? Every time I turn the camera on, I can't speak or I forget things. So that was our base camp. And just driving around Asheville, like you're driving on normal roads, and then all of a sudden you're on this little windy mountain road, and you're like, am I going to be able to turn around? But you can completely see how if there is a surge of water that came in, you have no hope. There is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to hide. I remember seeing one couple, they were seeing the surge of water. So the husband tried to drive off the road and get the car to an elevated level, and his wife got swept away. Like, that's just how the terrain there is. And it was eerie, like driving through everything, especially at night, because it's just and then what you would see too when you're driving into Asheville, North Carolina, you're going to be on the highway, and you're not seeing a whole lot of destruction, but what you'll see is all of a sudden you're driving and everything is fine and normal, and then all of a sudden there's about 50 trees that are down in a row, and you can tell that's where a surge of water came through, where those trees are down. And that's what you would see in a lot of people's backyards. That's why it's kind of a lie when people are like, everything is totally destroyed. Yes, the destruction is overwhelming. Yes, it's like nothing you've ever seen before, but not everything is destroyed. It's still, Black Mountain is still there, Swannanoa is still there, but there is a lot of destruction, and you can see just how bad this is, and how long it's going to take to rebuild and everything. Just the sheer amount of trees that were down. There were some people that lived in nice neighborhoods that their homes weren't necessarily damaged, but they were cut off from the rest of the world because there were so many trees down blocking their roads. So people were blocked in their homes. It's just a big mess. There's a lot going on. But okay, let me stop talking. Let's get into. All right, so this is that image was taken on December 12th. No, that image was taken on December 11th of this year. That's Biltmore Village. So that's where I was staying at first. And this is downtown Biltmore Village. So just to give you an idea, some of the buildings obviously are fine and they're open and they're running. And then you'll hit these clusters of areas where everything looks like that. And what's really crazy is you would expect, if you are commenting, I cannot see your comments. I don't know if it's my StreamYard. Hold on, let me check my YouTube. So if you're commenting, if you're chatting and I'm not responding, I can't see it right now. I'm in StreamYard. But that's what you'll see. You'll see giant clusters of areas that are completely devastated. And what's wild too is I would drive into these areas. Like, I drove right into that parking lot and filmed this, and you almost feel like you're not supposed to be there. Like, you feel like it should be roped off or blocked off or something, and it's not. You can just go right up to all of these places, which was pretty wild to me. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, it looks like we're good. Me. All right, looks like most people are. Okay, we're good. Wait, what? Okay, it looks like we're good. Me. All right, looks like most people are. Okay, we're good. Wait, what? Okay, it looks like we're good. Oh, shut up, Sarah. Stop talking. Stop talking for 5 minutes. All right. Let's go into see video. All right, here's Swannanoa. So a lot of people have been saying like all of this area is wiped out and all of that stuff. You can see behind me, this building is donezo. This is December 12th. It's not true. Like, it's really weird. I don't know how to describe it, but if you look this way, like, everything looks normal and fine. Well, this hotel is a tent. I don't know what they're doing there. But then you look this way, I'm gonna turn the camera around, hold on. Okay, so you look this way and it looks like this. Okay, so this way. And that's what it would be like. You would be driving and everything's fine and normal, and then all of a sudden, everything is destroyed. It's wild. Everything's fine. And then this way, you see the road is closed off. That's closed. That's completely destroyed. And then you have the guys working down here. So it's really just, you see that section is closed off, and then this. So in order to go that way, you have to go around all of this. But do you see like how, you know, that's totally fine. That's not totally fine. That's totally fine. That's not totally fine. So, yeah, that's what it's like. Now we are in Swan. I promise I wasn't driving and filming. It's deceptive. I was in a parking lot. On Noah, and this is an area that was affected too, but all the way here you didn't really see much. And you have, so in Swannanoa, and then right here, you have these girls over here. They have a sign that says, see, that's what I mean. You do have a lot of resources, and they're all local people. So you had these girls that had a giant tent handing out hot meals. There's free hot food, and then they have a tent going right there. So if people need free hot food, they can go get it right there. And then right here, we're still in Swannanoa Valley, so that tent was right there. And there's an Ingles behind there that's closed, but you can see there's a free health clinic, and they have all these trucks out here, which is pretty cool. We're just cruising. What are we gonna see next? That's sad. Okay, this is really bad where we are. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in some of these places. That's what I mean. Like everything, you can just walk right up to it. You feel like it should be blocked off. It should be closed off, but so many of these places aren't. Even still, this is 3 months out of the storm that you can go right up to all these places and the destruction is still that bad. Places that we're going, but if someone tells us to leave, we'll just leave. But okay. Look at this. And as bad as that looks to you, I can't stress this. I've heard other people that have been there say this before I actually went. As bad as it looks right there, it's worse. It's worse in person. The videos, the cameras, they don't do it justice. I feel like, again, I don't know, am I gonna get in trouble? I don't want to, but that's, I'm guessing, where the flooding came from back here. So this, and usually it's around the streams. That's where these streams, they just got obviously like overloaded with water, and that's where the surges came from. I'm guessing is what rose, because it's really this area that's really bad. This is Swannanoa. Yeah. Bad. You see how you can just, there's my rental car right there that's parked. You see, you can just walk up to all of this. To me, that's wild. You would, you would think it would be blocked off and they would be rebuilding. 3 months, y'all. Bad. And you can see it just sort of, it's a little bit over here, goes all the way down here. Now where? And if you watch, there's all this destruction, and then you're gonna see destruction, moving along. Oh, and what was eerie, there was an auto body shop that I drove by, and all the cars that were originally there were still sitting there. You could tell they were cars that were there when it flooded. I think I was going by too fast, so you might not be able to see it. It was somewhere around there. But then look, so then you have this shopping center right here. Shopping center is totally fine. Wait, should I make myself a little bigger? Yeah, let's do that. That's better. Okay. All right. Moving along. Here it is again. This is, here, let's just do that again. Watch this. You can see it just sort of, it's a little bit over here. It goes all the way down here. Now where? Yeah, all that destruction, and then you'll see like a crisp, clean, so I think it was that auto body shop where some of the cars you could tell they had been sitting there since the storm, since before the storm. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I was just going too fast. Here it is again. This is what flooded. I'm sorry about this song. Oh, I'm gonna get a copyright. Don't do that. I was playing on my phone when I filmed it. Okay, this one, I'm gonna have to turn off the volume because there's a song on it too, but it's only the first part. So, what was crazy, something I learned about Asheville, North Carolina, it's wild because I'm from the South. I grew up in Georgia, and the South, a lot of people have this caricatured view of the South. The South, honestly, it's one of the most diverse places I've ever lived. It's so rich with culture, and it has so many little like subcultures and everything. It's just wild to me that so many people just they like caricature it in their head and think the whole South is a bunch of redneck Trump supporters. That's so odd to me. Actually, if you look at the majority of Black Americans, they live in the South. It's very diverse. It has a lot of culture, and most people in the South they all get along with each other, which is weird that all the outsiders try to make it something it's not. Anyway, one of the things that I was hearing online on TikTok a lot were people like liberals basically celebrating the destruction that happened in Western North Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia, saying those are Trump people. They deserve it because they're Trump people. They're MAGA people. Well, let me tell you something about Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina is a super duper big old liberal hippie town in the middle of the mountains, which, by the way, I love it. I always maintain I actually love liberals. They make great coffee, they do good art. I don't like their metaphysical stuff, but other than that, do the art, make coffee shops, make gourmet coffee, and they're great at that. I just don't want them to be in charge of anything. But Asheville is very much it's a very artsy city. It's a very eclectic city. It's very hippie. It's very liberal. And something I found out. Oh, I think like they overwhelmingly voted for Biden, or there's something along those lines. And something else I found out is Asheville, North Carolina, is one of the biggest pagan which is one of the biggest pagan hubs in the South. So it's a huge hub for a lot of pagans, a lot of people that study New Age, which is very contradictory to Christian. And I was there with a Christian group. So it was just wild because this is also the first time that I think I really experienced spiritual warfare on a big scale. And you have to keep in mind a lot of the homes that we served were very liberal. There was one home that we served, their entire yard was Black Lives Matter signs and things like that. There was another home where the guy was a pagan. Um, there was a home where you could tell the daughter was very liberal. And what you have to understand, it's not necessarily like a disdain, but when you are with a group, and I'm going to show this to you in a second, you're going to see. I've never felt like a warrior of God. Like, I know that sounds silly, but again, I'm going to show you. But you are in a city that is the pagan hub, one of the biggest pagan hubs of the South. And you're with a very strong Christian group who's praying every morning, 200, oh no, 300 people deep, praying every single morning and then descending down a little mountain to disperse all over Asheville, North Carolina and to serve people. Many of the homes were not Christian. And even if some of them they weren't necessarily like against us, you could feel maybe some of the family members were a bit more standoffish, if that makes sense. One of the homes that we went to, um, there was a man who had a terminal illness, and the way that it works is you go there, you meet the homeowners, you go and work on their yard, so you're there for however long, and when you're finished, or while you're working on it, we all sign a Bible and we give them a special Bible. We present it to them and then we pray for them because obviously it's a Christian group, so some of the what you're doing is spreading the word of God. So at the end, when we were finished with the home, you sit with the people, you pray for them, and a lot of the homeowners they wanted to talk to you. That's a part of what you're doing too. So it's not just working on the home, it's loving on the homeowners and talking to them, and they want to tell you their story, they want to tell you what they went through during the storm, they want to tell you what's going on with their friends. Well, and that's what we found. A lot of the homeowners, they wanted to invite us in their homes and tell us all these things, which was such an honor. And there was one homeowner, you could tell the daughter, like, she was a little bit standoffish, the daughter, but her parents were elderly, and that's the home that we were servicing. And the dad actually was able to do something that he hasn't been able to do. I don't want to be too specific, but he was able to do something that he hadn't been able to do for a really long time, and it was cool to see like that. And it was his daughter who came up and told one of the members of our group before we left. That's how we knew. And then we had some other experiences with spiritual warfare, but being there, being with in two such extreme worlds, it made so many things very real for me. Now I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is us coming down the mountain. I had to turn the sound off in the first part, but you're going to see what I mean. Like, you're freshly prayed, you're descending down this mountain in a caravan of just little God warriors, just ready to chainsaw trees out of people's yards, you know? But so that's what it was like every single morning. This morning it was raining. So we had just had breakfast. We just prayed. We just got our assignments for the day, and we're all descending down the mountain ready to meet at our job site. So that's kind of what it was like when you're driving down. It was very cold that day. I'll turn the sound back on. I put a song. Okay. Stop it. Today, and it's already hailing, so we'll see how long we can get this done. There's a giant tree that is on a hill that we have to figure out how to clear up. It'll be slower this morning, I think, because the guys will be chainsawing. So we'll see if we're able to get the tree out and how much we can get done in the hail. It's not that bad. It's like a one tree mix. Look at that tree. That tree was wild. Wild. So this is the tricky part about North Carolina, and this is why you hear people say it is so tricky, like this terrain. Just look while we pan over. So this tree, it's huge. It's laying on a ledge. And in order to get it out, like, you have to be so careful, because you cut this branch and then that one's going to fall down. Everything is intertangled, and it's just a hot mess. And it's slippery and it's wet. And why does everyone in Asheville, North Carolina have rose vines? What is up with the rose vines? They hurt really, really bad. And they're everywhere, and you're trying to take something out and everything's connected. Even the trees. Okay. Check this thing out, though. Check this out.
We're pulling back on.
And that was after we had worked on it for a while. Let's see, what else do I got for you? What's going on here? I don't know what this video is, but we're just why is there relaxing music behind this? This was anything but relaxed. Actually, you know what? I really like being there. Oh, thank you so much. Hold on. Yeah, what was I doing? Okay. Someone told me I was going to get some kind of weird mountain fever. I haven't gotten it yet. This is kind of what you do. You just get lost in someone's yard and dig out all the debris. I don't know where that is. What are you doing? Okay, that was a big one. a lumberjack. Later. I'm trying to sift through my videos, and some of them I don't know. So bear with me. Okay, what else do we got here? Yeah, look at that. So that's another home that we service, and I want you to see, it's hard to tell, but just the terrain. The terrain. We're on top of a mountain, and this home we actually had to quit. You can't tell, but the power line is still down. And there's still down power lines all over the place. And you'll be driving on the road, and all of a sudden there's just a chunk of the road missing, or you can tell they had just cut the trees. They weren't able to go back there and get them all. What is this? We just finished today. So a lot of people have. I already looked at that. Okay. Okay, this is Black Mountain. Where I am. By the way, this is the cutest. I did have a little too much fun here. So I visited Black Mountain, which is one of the areas that was hit. It was hard for me to find too much of the destruction. I think you have to know that town to really know where it is. But I did my best. But it's super cute. It's super cute. If anything, if you can afford it, go to Black Mountain, go to Asheville, and spend a few. You're gonna have a great time. Even though there's a lot of destruction, you're gonna have a great time. I'll prove it too in a second. I'm gonna prove it to you. You stay with me. I'll prove it. 10 right now, where I am. By the way, this is the cutest town ever. Really close to Asheville, and this is kind of eerie. I'm at this like restaurant that I don't think it's been open since. Let me show you. Now look at that. Cool restaurant though. Look how cool that probably would have been. Little bridge. One right in the middle. So yeah, you can see this. That's still down. Thank you so much, Marcia. God bless you and Merry Christmas. That was, wait, hold on. Yeah, that was a little mobile home park. And yeah, this area was pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah. So we are in a mobile park right now, and it looks like a lot of these homes are still kind of how they were, or some of them. Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you see that? That was you'll see Black Mountain Strong. Mountain Strong. Yeah, that's the Black Mountain. Is that Black Mountain Elementary? Black Mountain Strong. I would totally move to Asheville, by the way, and Black Mountain, or either or. I'm in love. The fat man isn't getting any cookies tonight. I'm gonna eat all of them after midnight. Rude. He's coming all the way from the North Pole to bring you presents, and you're not even gonna give him a cookie? Rude. Let's continue. We're trying to stay focused. See, you see all that destruction, but at the same time, it's a beautiful, beautiful area, and there's so much spirit there. I can't describe it. Sorry about my sound. I don't know where we're going. Looks like some water came up through here. You can see, yeah, right there. And then this O'Reilly's is all, it's still shut down. O'Reilly's. I heard they're shutting down anyway. I keep feeling like you go into these areas. They had a little train station. Hold on. And I keep feeling like I'm not supposed to be here. Like, they feel like areas that you're not supposed to be because they feel like they should be roped off, like a lot of those businesses and stuff that are all destroyed. And they're not. None of them are roped off, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in trouble. I shouldn't, but because it feels like they should be, and they're not. But we're just walking around. It's such a cute town. Look, we're at the depot. Well, let's walk around. This is so cute. Yes. This is a little train station. And yes, the train station. Check out that view. It gets better. It gets better. So cool. Okay, let's go down here. I found a little spot. How cute. There's the little train. The old train tracks car. So you see some of the town. I mean, it's really cute and nice. And then, you know, some of it has a lot of destruction. I want to come back here and visit. So cute. Okay, the best part. Oh yeah, we're getting in it. Okay, so yeah, we're in the, I feel like I'm just waiting for my car. I'm waiting for my train to pick me up at the depot and take me into the city. I'm having the best time ever. I'm literally just sitting here. Oh yeah, and I sat there for a while and drank my coffee like a true adult. Okay, what else do I have for you? Hold on, I gotta remove some of this because we're gonna upload. I got so much. Get out of here. Get out of here. Remove. Okay. I'm gonna give you a few more things. And you know, the cool thing about working with an organization like Samaritan's Purse, you realize very, very quickly, it's not about the fixing of the homes. It's not about chopping down trees in people's yards. It's actually about a lot more than that. And it's about loving on people that maybe feel forgotten. It's about loving on people that just went through something and showing them light through the storm. So if you actually look at the Samaritan's Purse, shoot. Oh, hold on. I have one of my shirts right here. Okay. Where is it? So, obviously some people disagree with this, but this is their symbol. So, what my team leader said, TNI. Oh, TNN, not TN. Hey, I know who you are. Go and do likewise. Luke 10:37. Okay. So there's an issue of contention, I think, with some people about what this means. But my team leader, the way he described it is you have Christ. So this swirly thing represents a storm, and then you have Christ in the middle of the storm, means that Christ is always with you in the middle of the storm. So that's what it's actually all about, is showing people that there are people here that care about you. You're not forgotten. God loves you. We're giving them the Bible, and we just go there and we love on them and we talk to them. And that's really what it's all about. Like, yeah, we're doing all that hard work, but it's really all about the human connection and the spreading the message of God, and letting people know that they're not forgotten. That was the true magic of the whole thing. So, okay, let me see. Let's see, we get a few more things going. Okay, we got this, that. We got that. All right, I'm going to upload a few more at a time. By the way, this is my third live stream of the day. I did 2 live streams, and then I I did 2 live streams, and then I did all of my Christmas shopping in like 2 hours. And I was done by 1 p.m. Okay, where are my uploads, man? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I want you to see. How's everybody doing? I'm vamping. Where? I'm sorry, y'all. I had too many files that I wanted to share with you. No, I am found. Yeah. What's going on? I got it. Where are my files? Computer? Oh, wait, let's check downloads. Okay, stay with me. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. What is happening? Having 10 video. Yeah, I know you failed because I didn't mean to send all of that. I'm having a technical difficulties. Hold on. Why? Yeah, you're not going to go through. That's too big of a file. Or are you? Open. Oh, okay. Open. But then it goes away. It disappears. Yeah, we're not doing that. No. 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 Pause. Done. Or no. Cancel. No. Select. No. No. Okay, we're just doing two. Just doing two. Okay, we just did two. Finally. Oh, there's like a bazillion of these now. It's awesome. Oops. All right. All right. This always happened to me. I'm a victim. Hi, Glenn. Okay. We're back. That's Asheville. Okay, we're back. Let me just. I just took off my shoe. Okay, that was after the first day. I made the mistake. I didn't know you weren't supposed to do this. I made the mistake of wearing cotton socks. Are you not supposed to do that? I don't know. My shoes. Let me show you this. That's what my socks inside of my shoes, my boots. That's what they look like. Ew. Yes, they're mismatching. Boys and girls. Also, let me just show you my accommodation with Okay, we got really lucky. I hate to say this, but if you volunteer with Samaritan's Purse again, you're not going to get these fabulous accommodations. We got really, really lucky. They allowed us to stay at the Billy Graham Training Center in Asheville, which is this beautiful, it looks like an Aspen, Colorado resort. It's beautiful. And that's where we stayed. So these were my accommodations. Don't be jelly. I worked very hard. My roommate, so if you volunteer for Samaritan's Purse, you will actually have really nice accommodations. You will not be staying. We're at the Billy Graham Training Center. And just to show you what we're doing, so basically we're clearing trees and debris all day. So there are lots of chainsaws. This tree is massive. None of these pictures do anything justice. This whole situation was massive. This was actually just 6 feet from the guy's home. He's lucky I didn't hit his home, but this is after we cleared for an hour. We were working on this for... Yikes, man. You found more steps? This was the first home that we went to. So this was an 80-year-old couple. And what's crazy is they actually slept through the whole storm. They slept through everything. They had no idea. And they just woke up to it. Oh, yes, the Billy Graham Training Center said they were housing volunteer workers besides their Samaritan's Purse workers. Yeah, there were several organizations there. Samaritan's Purse was definitely the biggest. We were the biggest. There were, I think, 2 other organizations there. I think. There was at least one other, maybe 2 others, but we were definitely the biggest. Oh yeah, so this 80-year-old couple, they slept through the whole storm. They didn't have water damage. It was wind damage, so their entire backyard was completely destroyed. There was actually a dog park in the backyard that was destroyed. So we went back there and just cleaned it up. And this is us. Nice. I like that they cleared those. The most satisfying thing is watching a tree fall over, hit the ground. It's so satisfying. Stairs, you couldn't even see those stairs a few minutes ago. I think they're gonna do the other one.
Do you have the other?
The other one should totally come down.
It's up there with new chains.
Oh. Okay, what did I tell you? Everything is connected. Everything is connected. There's so many vinies and thingies. It's all connected. So they had to cut this tree down. They had to try to cut it down like 5 times. And it finally came down. But you'll see they cut it down. And then there was like a vine at the very top that didn't let it fall. Oh, it's in the... You see? It's stuck up there. Oh, what are they going to do? Will it fall if he keeps cutting it? Yikes. Okay, here's my, this is why I'm telling you. Very early. This is why I'm telling you, if you can afford it, if it's in your budget, go to North Carolina if you can. Go visit, spend the weekend. There's a lot of part of it that are still destructed, but there's also so many parts of it that are alive and thriving, and the people there are so thankful to have people there, touring, giving business to some of the businesses that are open, because you're seeing a lot of businesses, they're really trying to open, but they don't have a lot of business. So if you can go there, if it's within your means and that's something you want to do it. Because you can still go there and it's beautiful, and that's what I want to show too. You can still go there. It's still beautiful. The people there are amazing, and there's a lot of amazing places to stay and to experience. So this is me. This is the Airbnb that I booked the night before I did my first volunteer shift. So this is me in the morning, and I'm showing you around my Airbnb. It's the key. It was just magical. This is in Biltmore Village. It's very early. Oh, Cedar Crest Inn, Biltmore Village. This is the demon closet. It made noises all night. There's definitely spirits in there. So it woke me up 3 a.m. And here's the bed. Okay, there. Look, yeah, it's haunted. This is definitely haunted. Woke me up at 3 a.m. creaking like crazy for a few minutes. I'm freaking out in my bed because I'm scared of the dark. Already, this is haunted. Like, already haunted. Creaking like crazy for a few minutes and then stops. And then the horror stops. But this pattern continues for probably like an hour. Maybe because the heating thing is over it. I look for a bathroom counter. Coffee downstairs. I don't know why I'm whispering. Look at the little kitty. It's so cute. So cute. I was so happy. It's Christmas. They even have This is not the Biltmore house. This is just an Airbnb in the Biltmore village. I hope there's ghosts. Wait. Relaxing music by the coffee. Okay. Why did it cut off? It cut off too early, but you get the gist. What a cute place. And, hold on, let me show it to you. It's pink. This is what it looks like on the outside. Can you see it? It's pink. How cute. It's on top of a hill. Can you see? This is my favorite new thing, staying at bed and breakfast like this. Oh my gosh, it was so magical. How cute is that? So, okay. Was this right after the hurricane when you volunteered, or was it more recent? It was more recent. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to show people the images, because all those videos, I was there from December 9th to December 13th. So all those videos that I took were just a few weeks ago. That was very recent. And it's still 3 months out of the storm. Hold on, I just need to see where Santa is really quick. Okay, Santa is in India, just in case anyone was curious. Side note. Okay, what else do I have for you? 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 That place you're at looks great. It was magical. Totally magical. I love Airbnbs. Not Airbnbs. Darn it. I get it wrong all the time. Bed and breakfast. I love bed and breakfast. Boutique hotels used to be my thing, and they still are, but I'm starting to get into bed and breakfast. They're so cool. Okay. Okay, we have that. Oh, there's my chainsaw picture, but why is it sideways? They did let me get on the chainsaw. So I was able to use the chainsaw. I got over a big fear. And Samaritan's Purse, they do let women get on the chainsaws a lot. But in my group, I had a really big group, and there were a lot of really big guys, and a lot of them were sawyers. So I didn't think they were actually going to let me on the chainsaw, but I expressed that I wanted to try it, and they let me try it. So I got to chainsaw 2 times. Keep in mind that I have a picture I'm about to show you. Keep in mind, I weigh 100 pounds. We're on the side of a mountain. It's slippery. Everything is intertwined. Your balance is all off. Oh darn, it's sideways. Why does it have to be sideways? That's me with my chainsaw. And you can see it wasn't even the smallest chainsaw. They make them smaller. They make them smaller. But I chopped that tree. I got on it twice and I chopped some trees. So that was very cool. Sorry, it's sideways. Okay, okay, let's see. Destruction, pagan capital, homeless tents, resources. I think I got everything out that I wanted to say as far as now. All in all, I think my takeaway from the trip, again, it was my first mission trip. It was really overwhelming. If anything, my takeaway was that I just think that God is real. I don't know. I've never experienced something like that. I think God is real. I think that the human spirit is real. I think that what I learned is that in the midst of bad things, human beings can come together. There's a lot of bad that happened, a lot of government mistrust, a lot of things like that. Oh, okay. I'm glad I talked about that. That is something that I want to bring up because it is basically a consensus with everyone that I encountered that no one trusts the government. Nobody. They're all sick and tired. And that's true across the political spectrum. Nobody trusts the government. Um FEMA, did I see FEMA? Did I see the Red Cross? I believe I read that the Red Cross pulled out before I even got there. So, no, I didn't see any Red Cross. Did I see any FEMA? No, not a single FEMA. And I was out and about. You could see I was kind of, I mean, I was just in Asheville and like Black Mountain and Swananoa, but I was out and about. I was driving around. I was observing and seeing things. I didn't see any FEMA. And the homeowners, what they told us was that basically what we did is we would chop the trees up, we would get the debris out of the yard, and then we would pile it up on the side of the road, not in the road, but on the side of the road, with the idea that FEMA was going to come in and then pick that up. So, and that's what the homeowners told us too. And obviously, that's what our team, you clean up the yard, pile it up, put it on the side of the road, and then FEMA comes and picks it up. So, we're doing the dirty work. The people that are volunteering, doing it for free, we're doing the dirty work. And then FEMA just comes and picks it up. So, I guess they rely on homeowners to be able to do that themselves or hire someone else to do that. My issue with that is a lot of the people that we were servicing, a lot of the homes that we were servicing were elderly people. They're retired, they're elderly. So they don't have the physical capacity to clean up their yards. That was the hardest work I'd ever done in my life. Like my back, I was in my bed, like recovering for a few days, not all day, but I was in pain. Like it was hard work. You're lifting heavy stuff, you're moving heavy stuff. Um, so they don't have the physical capacity. And you have these companies that are coming in too and taking advantage of the disaster, charging $4,000. One home, the first home we went to was an elderly couple. They were 80 years old, and they told us that someone came by and knocked on their door completely unsolicited and offered to remove the debris from their yard for $4,000. And they were like, "We can't afford that." We came in and did it for free. There was another couple, they were retired, and they said their neighbor across the street paid $16,000 to get the debris removed from their yard. And we came in and did it for free. So it just sucks, especially to see elderly people get taken advantage of like that. Like I understand a little bit of the economics behind price gouging and things like that and taking advantage of markets, but it's also really painful to see elderly people that had just been through something traumatic get taken advantage of like that. I don't like that. And you would see that all throughout everywhere you drive. Asheville, Biltmore Village, Swananoa, Black Mountain, you're seeing signs everywhere. We'll remove the debris from your yard for this much, for that much, call us. Meanwhile, you have these volunteer organizations that are willing to go and do it for free. So If you're a homeowner, reach out to Samaritan's Purse, reach out to one of these other places. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. They'll help you as much as they can. Obviously, they're limited in some capacities, but they're going to help as much as they can. And if anything, it's going to cut a few $1,000s off of your bill. And like I said, the point of the whole thing wasn't necessarily to fix people's yards or even chainsaw trees or remove things. It was to love on other human beings and to let them know that they're not forgotten and other people care. So it was really cool. Thank you for watching. I think that's everything I have in this live stream. At the moment, I have another Denver trip that I haven't talked in full depth about. So that'll probably be one of the next videos, just going into depth on my trip to Denver and seeing the migrant crisis there specifically firsthand and my thoughts on that. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you again. Merry Christmas. I hope you're all, if you're with your family, your friends, your loved ones, or maybe if you're by yourself, just enjoying a little solo Christmas Eve. I hope you have a great time and a blessed time. And thank you very much. I am so excited for 2025. It's a brand new day. Hallelujah. The revenge of the hall monitors of the Biden administration is over. So, all right. Bye guys. Have a great day. Have a great Christmas Eve. Later. I can't turn it off. This happens every time I do a cool outro and then it just doesn't. I do this at the movie theater. I just tried to touch screen my laptop. I just tried to touch screen my laptop. It's not a touch screen. Did you see what I was doing? It's not gonna turn off. All right. Bye.